You're listening to Brilliant Breakthroughs, episode number 16 with Maggie, Mongan.
Thanks for listening to Brilliant Breakthroughs. Hi, small business owners. It's Maggie Mongan, Master Small Business Coach, author, and anthology leader of Amazon's #1 bestseller, which is Brilliant Breakthroughs for the Small Business Owner. Fresh perspectives on profitability, people, productivity, and finding peace in your business. The book was released in November of 2018, and FYI, this is the first volume in an annual series. So there's a lot of awesomeness in there, and just know that more is going to come next November. We released in November because November is National Entrepreneurs Month, and we wanted to make sure that everybody had the lift to elevate their business and shine brilliantly and dive into it on Entrepreneurs Month, because after all, you, small business owners, are the accelerate of our economy. And we want to make sure that you have all the tools that you need. It seems like small business has been left behind in the dust and not being supported as it really needs to be. So we're here to change that up. We want to thank you for help making us a #1 bestseller in small business and entrepreneurship, because that's what we do. We serve in those two sectors. We're here to serve you. And we're so excited because some of you have been asking more questions about the performance pillars, all 4 of them in different aspects. So we thought it would be really cool to dive into each one of them a little more over the next couple of weeks and explain them further to give you better insight as to what you can do. So today we're going to start with performance pillar #1, which is profitability. But before I go there, I want to make sure that we're doing something really important. And that really important thing I'm talking about is just giving you a quick overview of the 4 performance pillars for small business success overall. So the first pillar is profitability, and that is the primary determinant of what makes business success, or what helps you be classified as a successful business. If you're profitable, your business is successful. So we train on topics and we talk about topics, about financials, product development, sales, marketing, operations, even business models, and your business's purpose, vision, mission for alignment, and then anything else that's related to profit. The second pillar is people, and people are what makes the world go round. We have to have profit to be able to serve and continue to stay in business, but we don't get profit from the ethers because people make purchases. So they make the world go round, they make your business go around too. So we train on topics like effective networking, how to do social media in a way that it's going to attract and engage people, how to do team development, work with employees. And that could be whether it's an internal or external team. And then we dive into your business's ideal customer, as well as business allies and the customer experience, and anything else that's related to people. The third pillar is productivity. Productivity practices can make or break a business, and there's no 2 ways about it. Simplifying your activities may be easier than what you're making it out to be, and we train on topics like time management, which, by the way, I'll let you in on a little secret. It really doesn't exist, but something else does, and we talk about that. We also talk about how to simplify your techniques and automate your systems, the different tech and apps that can be used to support our effectiveness and efficiency, and anything else that's related to productivity. I want to share with you that this isn't just all high tech. There's a lot of low tech that's applicable to productivity as well. So we do a nice blend of that. And then the 4th performance pillar is peacefulness. And peacefulness is a possibility when you have a profitable business, but I'm also going to tell you, you can have a peaceful existence while you're becoming a profitable business. It doesn't need to be one or the other. You can have profit and peace simultaneously. And I know that this is one of the elusive elements of business success, but it doesn't need to be that far-fetched because there's a lot of simple things that can be applied. And we train on techniques and topics of self-management, as well as balancing leadership and self-leadership, utilizing core values, working on and developing solid daily practices. And everybody has different needs, so we address that, as well as your mindset and overall well-being, and anything else that's related to peaceful prosperity. And I mean prosperity in the truest sense of the word. So are you ready to dive into performance pillar number 1, which is what this call is dedicated to today? Or I said call, didn't I? I meant episode. Geez, I got so many things going on, I almost forgot what I was doing. Ha! That's sort of funny. Okay, so here's the deal. Profitability. It's the most important thing your business needs you to focus on in one aspect. And the aspect is, if you aren't profitable, you aren't going to be able to stay in business, and you won't be able to serve those who need you. Your business needs you to be profitable. Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute. You started a business, right? And you started a business because you had a really great idea, or you wanted to help other people solve a problem, or maybe you have this really cool gift that is like right on, and you want to share it with the world because there's people that are interested in it and want to have an experience with you. So that's all really cool. But this is what happens oftentimes with small businesses, is even though we start out our business doing this really cool thing and we're all excited about it, we find out that we have this little push-pull relationship. And oftentimes it impacts our profitability big time. Okay, so this is how it looks. We do all this work, and we do a ton of work, okay? We do a ton of work to pull people to us. Remember I said this is a push-pull thing? So we're doing all the work, we're rocking it out. My gosh, we're doing marketing, we're doing networking, we're developing products and services, good customer experiences. How do we develop our business to be comprehensive? All this work. These are a lot, and there's a lot of support activities that happen behind the scenes so that when we're out in front of people, we're pulling or attracting and engaging them to us. And that's all the pull. And yet, right at the point when we're ready to receive customers and their money, that's called the conversion step, because we convert them from potential customers to actual customers. We push them or their money away. This is the push. For some reason, we're not allowed to receive it. And some of us, we understand why, because society has taught us a lot of different things about money. Some of us have grown up saying that, you need money, money is good, money is your friend, and they have a healthy relationship with money. But that's not a majority of people. For some reason, a majority of people have been taught that money is evil, it's dirty. Being successful means you're egotistical, you're a jerk, you've had to climb the ladder and you haven't been nice about it. Or if you're making money, you did it at the cost of others. How dare you? Does any of that sound familiar? Well, sure it does. This is the push. This is why we push back, because we have the subconscious teaching that money isn't good. And if it's not good, why would we want to bring it into our world? So we have this glitch in our profitability factor. And I'm not even talking about hardcore numbers or anything like that and, financials. I'm just talking about, hey, we got an issue here, a push-pull issue, and it's pretty serious. Now, let me share with you how the push shows up in a lot of different forms. Some of you may not be asking for business when you need to be. Others, you might be saying, oh, I'll be able to do this if I just get this one more thing done before, like the perpetual student, or I just got to get this and then I'm ready to blah, blah, blah. Then there's the wonderful perfectionism. That will stop money coming to us quicker than quick because nothing is ever good enough. Okay. And there's a problem with that. And that's a little different sometimes from get one more thing done before. And sometimes we're running both of those simultaneously. Another big one out there is that we will create distractions for ourselves, and they could be extremely productive, working on different aspects of our business, but it's still keeping us from what we should be doing, which is generating revenue. Any of these sound familiar to you again? I'll run through them. Not asking for business, always needing to get one more thing done before, perfectionism, and creating distractions and keeping us from what we should be doing. Of course they sound familiar. We've all done these at different times. High performers, top performers get caught in these snakes. I get caught in this snake from time to time, and I own it, but until I own it, nothing happens. So we need to say, okay, so this is natural. Fine. That's not the problem. The problem is they keep us from doing what we need to be doing to becoming and or sustaining our profit. That's the problem. So let's talk about profit for a moment, because we probably should define it. I don't want to leave this to chance. Profit has a very simple definition. If you have greater revenue than expenses, you have profit. Essentially, a different way to say that is profit is what your excess is after all your bills are paid. That's really oversimplified, and a lot of CPAs might be cringing right about now, but we're going to let it be, okay? So just work with me on this. Every business has revenue, and every business has expenses. Being in business requires expenses, and I'm going to say that again. If you're in business, you require expenses. It doesn't matter how much you're bootstrapping something, there's always costs involved with being in business. And speaking of bootstrapping, I want to give you a really big tip. I see a lot of people bootstrapping too much. And how I know that is because I did it myself for the first half of my career when I started Brilliant Breakthroughs, Inc. I should not have bootstrapped as much as I did. It was there wasn't a lot of coaching or mentoring out there for small business. I started right after the turn of the century, and I wish I would have had some really good mentors that could have guided me through that, because I would have made different decisions, and there would be a much larger gap from where I am today to where I could be had I made some of the better investments much earlier in my business's career. So I want to tell you, be careful. Don't bootstrap too much. Bootstrap on the right things and invest appropriately where it will grow your business considerably. So this is the deal. I have 5 questions for you to consider regarding your profitability. And I'm going to go through them, and I want you to think about them. So the first one is, are you a good financial manager? And I don't mean a financial manager as in running a corporation. What I mean is somebody that really understands what is happening with your books, knows how to keep your books, and knows what the trends are in your business, that you can read your financials and understand what's going on. If you're not that person, get somebody to help you with this. Their expertise will save you. Second question, are you good at creating excellent products and services? If not, find somebody that can help you with product development. If you don't know how to position your product or your service, which I call offerings, you aren't going to be putting the right message out there for your ideal customers, and they're not going to engage with you. Question number 3 for profitability. Are you creating hot copy and other marketing materials, whether it be social media or traditional marketing? Everything is essential. Getting your message correct for your ideal customers with what your product and services is essential. If this isn't your expertise, then go find someone who can help you. At least get you started until you can bring in enough business to get a true solid expert on it. You need to have a good product to get you out the door. If you're already out the door, find somebody good, tweak what you have for your offerings, and let them help you, because they will make it up in their sales or in the revenue that you create from the sales from their revamp that they do. The next question that I have for you, number 4, is, are you good at creating solid business models? Understanding how you want your business defined and how you want it to operate is essential. And it can save you a lot of headaches. So if you don't know how to do that, find somebody that does. And the sooner you can do it, the better. Because all of a sudden you may wake up one morning and go, oh my gosh, I've created sheer chaos. Then why do that when you don't have to? The 5th question is, are you good at creating business or not creating? Are you good at business operations management? Do you know how to manage a business? Do you know how to move between your different departments? You have sales, you have marketing, you have accounting, and that's just the basics that every business has. Do you know how to move back and forth between those in a good way? If not, hire somebody that can help you see the bigger picture and then the details to integrate that appropriately for you. There is a bonus question that I have, and perhaps this may be the most important one of all. Do you have your business's purpose, vision, and mission aligned for clarity of communication to attract your ideal customers? I'm going to repeat that. Do you have your business's purpose, vision, mission aligned for clarity of communication so you can attract your ideal customers? If not, that's where you begin. Because if you can define that, everything else will start falling into place. You'll know what your product is. You'll know what your communications are for your hot copy. Your business model will start falling into place. You'll know what you need to be doing for your finances, and your operations will start coming together. So I encourage you to work on your business's purpose, vision, and mission and get them aligned. Everything else gets easier after that. And so often that's the number one thing that's overlooked. So I don't want you to overlook that anymore. So all of these points matter, and they directly impact your bottom line, ultimately determining if you have profitability or not. And here's the weird thing. Most people don't talk about this. Even people who are serving the small business sector, they don't talk about it. It's like it's taboo. I don't get that. Yet, these are the questions and conversations we as small business owners should be having. And I want to give you a tip right now. If you haven't been in conversations like this, I urge you to go ahead and jump on Amazon and pick up our book. Yeah, I'm going to do a shameless plug here, but I'm doing it for a reason. Because your success needs to shine brilliantly. There's a different way to play business in this century and win big. Small businesses can win very, very big. And that's what our book was designed to do, is to help you quit leaving your business to chance and figuring out solid, proven techniques with true, brilliant, practicing experts to guide you. So I'm going to give you the book name again. It's Brilliant Breakthroughs for the Small Business Owner, Fresh Perspectives on the 4 performance pillars, which are profitability, people, productivity, and finding peace in your business. Go ahead and pick it up. In the first chapter, you're going to learn, the first 3 chapters are specifically about profitability, different areas of profitability. Chapter 1 is simplifying small business success in the 21st century. Chapter 2 is if your marketing efforts aren't bringing in new clients, here's a 3-step solution. And the 3rd chapter is about sales suck in solitude. I know, but pay attention here, because if you read the introduction that talks about the entrepreneurial experiment that's been going on for over 200 years in America, about the entrepreneurial epidemic, as well as the entrepreneurial explosion, you're going to learn so much. You're going to go, holy smokes. And you're going to understand the game that you're in. You're part of all of this. So a little more education will help you. And then when you move on to the 3 chapters, the first 1, 2, 3 that I shared with you, and move into profitability, you'll be able to learn more and feel like you have a better handle on your profitability for the year. Then here's your action item. At the end of each of the chapters, the author invites you to a free gift or experience to advance your learning curve in these 3 different areas for your business's profitability. They're here to help you improve the profitability. Now, if go ahead and follow up on that invitation and engage with each one of those authors, as well as the other 7. There's 10 authors in this book. So you have 10 brilliant practicing experts helping you out. Also, there is an app, Brilliant Biz app. If you go to your app store, whichever one it is, and you type in Brilliant Biz app, all 3 capital B's, you will see that there's an Ask an Expert feature where you can click on that and you can select any one of the experts in the book who are authors of each chapter, and you can ask them any question that you want. It's on demand, and they will answer you in a very timely fashion, specifically addressing your question. So that's something that's really cool and cutting edge for you to experience real-time questions and real-time answers on demand. Okay, so now we've talked a lot about profitability and how it's so important for your business. And next week, we're going to shift. We're going to shift over to the next one of the 4 performance pillars for small business success, and that is people. Because, hey, we took care of your business this week. We explained why you need to have that money flowing and you need to have excess. And now, in our next episode, we're going to be talking about people, because they're the ones with the money and they can give it to you. So let's go have some fun. I want you to shine brightly. Take us up on the action. You'll be glad that you did. And go back to those 5 questions plus the bonus question and really look at your business and give yourself a score so you know where you need to be focusing most. Until you hear my voice again with people, enjoy and shine brightly. Let's show them what small business is all about. Thanks, folks.